Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Raw Code. So in this video, we are going to continue building our co-work space booking system. So in previous video, we built the book now button and also created the profile route for admin panel and the user panel as well. And also created and integrated the update profile API. Okay, so in this video, we are going to create the book now functionality. After booking the room, so user can see their booking history in billing section. Actually, I have to remove this billing to the history. So make it history first, and after that, whenever user booked, then user can see their booked in the history section. Okay, so I have to create a new route for the history first. So without wasting any time, let's create it. So in header.tsx under the client, we have to remove this billing and make it history like this. Okay. And after it, go to the server and create a new model for the booking or history. Make it history. So new file, create a history model .js like this. And here we need mongoose. So const mongoose is equal to require mongoose. And after that, we need we have to create the schema of the history. So for that, history schema is equal to new mongoose dot schema. So it's going to be schema, and after that, we need who booked it. So the booked y like this from the object ID from the reference of user, and after that we need which room booked by that user. Okay, so for that, okay, we need the book date also, and but first before the book date we need the booked room. So which room is booked, so that is from the room, and type is date and that is date dot now. Okay, and we need the check-in date and the checkout date as well as the payment details. The payment is paid or not, like that. Okay, so first we need the check-in date, yes, like this one, and remove the default, but required is going to be true. And after that, we need the checkout details. So check out date, okay, like this, and type is going to be date, required true. And after that we need the payment details. Yeah, we need the total amount like this, and we need payment is paid or not. So for that, not the payment method, we need, okay, like this is paid, and it's going to be type of boolean and by default false. Okay, and after that, so module dot exports, and again don't export it directly. So const mongoose dot model history, and that is the history schema, and after that export it. So module dot exports history like this. Okay, and yeah, that's it in the history model page. So after creating the model of history, so we have to create a new route. So create a new route, and route is going to be history route dot js, and here we need the const express, and we also need the controller. So first of all, create a new controller, new file. Controller name is history controller dot js like this, and from here we need the user. Actually, we don't need the user, whoever booked, uh, okay, not the history route, make it booking route. That name is more good than the history. So booking route and also the booking controller. So rename it and it's going to be booking controller. Okay, so now in the booking controller, we don't need the user because from the authentication who booked it, it automatically finds it. So we need the history first. So const history is equal to require from the models and that is history model. Yeah, that's it. And after that, so const new booking controller. So like this, new booking controller is equal to async function and it accept request and response. Okay. After that, we need the try and catch like this. Yes. So const whatever we have in the history model. So by default, we have booked by. So booked by and the booked room, check-in date, checkout date, and the total amount. Okay. And also we have each paid or not. So we are going to send that as well. Uh, okay, we are not going to send that. After booking, we can find that in the after booking, we can fix that later when we integrate the razor pay. Right now this one and after that try catch block. In the catch block the simple thing console.log the error and after that return the response with the status code of 500 and error dot message not. Okay, the server error occurred in the message and after that so we have to find the user. So const user is equal to request dot user and after the user if we don't find the user then user not found. This is not gonna happen but and after that if so if we don't get any of these, okay, if we don't have this one booked by booked room check-in date checkout date and the total amount, so message is going to be all fields are required. Okay, when the all this is found, then const create a new booking. So const new booking is equal to so new history, create a new history. Okay, like this. And yeah, all these things booked by the user dot underscore ID and the booked room. So we send the booked room ID from the front end. Okay. And yeah, that's it. And after that await new booking dot save. So save it and after saving just to send a message that booking successful. Okay, this is the new booking controller function and after that function we need a history function. So const get history like this controller. Okay, and async make it like this async the request and the response. Okay, and after that we need the user ID. Okay, so const user is equal to request dot user and after that try catch block and in the catch the same thing console dot log and the error and after that return the message. Actually it's going to be error not a message. Okay, and after that so after finding the user, yeah, this one await dot find booked by and the user dot underscore ID and remove the dot populate option. We need everything. Okay, we remove the booked by here and we have the history and send that history to the front end. Okay, that's it. And after that in the booking route, so let's create a route const express is equal to require the express and after that yeah, the router, and we need it's going to be like this router dot first of all router dot get and its history like this, and the authenticate controller. So we have to import the authenticate controller here. Const authenticate controller like this, and from the controller send the authenticate controller. Okay, it's going to be like this, and after that we need it's a get, so get history controller. Okay, we didn't imported that. Yeah, we didn't import any of that. So module dot exports the new booking and this one, and after that let's get history controller. Okay, that's it. And also after that we need the router dot post as well. So router dot post, and it's going to be book, and after the booking we have authenticate controller and new booking controller. Okay, and then simply module dot export the router, and in the index.js simply app.use the API from the routes booking route, only this one. Okay, so now go to the front end. We have to select it. Okay, so we have to create the check-in date and the checkout date, the UI of check-in and the checkout. So in the history model, we have booked room, booked date. So the date and date is going to be date dot now, nothing else. We need the date of check-in and the checkout for that, and the total amount is find out from here when booking. Okay, that's it. So let's create the UI for that. So in the client room.tsx, so here we have to install that dialog from the setcn. So let's go to the setcn, and from this dialog, copy this npm, and in the client, just run it. After installing, run the development server, and okay, after that, so let's copy the import from here, and yeah, from here, paste it, and after that, we need this one. So yes, and paste it here. Copy this button, remove this button from here, and paste it under the dialog trigger. Okay, now let's check. Yeah, and book room. Yeah, dialog is triggering, and after that, we need to select the check-in date, checkout date with the time, and yeah, that's it. Because if you see in the hist booking route, not the booking route, booking controller. So yeah, we received a booked by that is ID. Okay, we didn't going to receive the booked by. Okay, let's remove the booked by. So booked by is from the user.id. Okay, we received the booked room and the check-in date, checkout date, and the total amount. So yeah, let's go to the room.tsx, and here just design the UI for that. So for the date picker, we are using the time picker via the open status. So for that, we have to copy and paste these two files in our component folder. First is time picker utils, and second one is time picker input. So let's utils and copy this one. In the components, create a time picker utils dot tsx and paste it here. Okay, yeah, and after that, create a new file called time picker input. So this is the time picker input. Copy it, and here in the components, create a new uh, time picker input dot tsx. Okay, and paste it. Yeah, we don't have any error. And after that, we have to copy and paste our whatever we want. So we want that date time picker. So copy it, and in the components, it's going to be date time picker dot tsx, and yeah, paste it. So it got an error that is dot slash time picker demo. So okay, for that, copy this one time picker demo and paste it as well. Time picker demo dot tsx and paste it. Okay. So after that, let's go to the our room.tsx and remove this one, and date time picker. Okay, like this. If you see here, and yeah, pick a date and with the time. So time is going to be okay, 15 and all this. Okay, like this. So we have to define the selected time and the date in our room component. So for that, go to the datetimepicker.tsx. This is the datetimepicker.tsx. Here it needs the date and set date. So get it from the props. So it's date like this. We have props and type is going to be any. After that, okay, like here we have a date and the set date under the props. Okay, and remove this. Okay, yeah. And after that, in the okay, here we have to set it. So const date, and it's going to be like this. And after that, in the date time picker, just pass the date as date. So we are using not the date, make it check-in date. Okay, the check-in date I passed, and after that, here a new use effect like this, and under this use effect, so console.log the check-in date, not a room ID, the check-in date, and it runs when the check-in date changed. Okay, like this. So let's check it. Okay, we have set check-in date. So for that, we have set date, and under that set date, we have set check-in date. Okay, now try to run it, book room, and it shows something got error here. Okay, so we have to modify the date time picker props. So we define the types of date and the set date here. And after that, so when we click on book room and pick a date, so yeah, you can see we have time and date as well. So for the date time picker, I created this div, and under this div you can see there is a main container that is flex and justify between, and under that we have a time picker for both. Okay, and I created a date text and the date and set date to the dynamic. Unfortunately, that part was not recorded. So in the date time picker, you can see I created a new interface, and after that we have text, date text, set date, and the date. Okay, it's look like this here, the set date and the date, and the date here, whatever the date is selected, and it's look like this. Okay, and after that, so in the room.tsx, I also created a date difference function that shows the difference in the mm, hours, what the hours we have. So we call why the hours. So you can see we have the price in the price per hour. So if we click here, and now in the book now, and go to the console, and here you can see if I select the date, and this one. So you can see difference is going to be 24 hours and with the point. Okay. So let me make it like this and this. So yeah, you can see now the difference is 11.28 hours. And now we have to create a book now button here. So for that, let's create a book now button. Okay, this is the book room, the trigger part of the dialog description. And after that div, okay, we have a button now. So the button and class name is going to be like this and this. Okay. Yeah, that's it. We have a book room. So whenever we click on the book room, room is booked by the server. Okay. And before booking the room, we have to show a confirmation page for the price and all that. Okay. Okay. So we have to show this alert dialog, whatever continue and cancel user can do. So for that, just install it. So after the installation, run the development server and okay, we have to import this thing. So import it here after the datetime picker, and after that, so we have to do this thing. So let's copy it and below it, just paste it and copy this button like this. Copy this button and in the alert dialog trigger, just paste that button here. Okay, now if you can see. Okay, it's going to be like this. Select the date. Okay, and it's going to be like this. Okay, there is a problem in the month. You can see it's 00 and it's 45. Actually, it's printed the a minute instead of month. So in the date time picker, we have to do here. So it's not small m, it's going to be capital MM. Now let's see. Yeah, it's working now. And after that, okay, in the room, we have the book room, and in the alert dialog trigger, the class name is going to be bit of full. Okay, it's great now, and yeah, if I click on book room, it asked me, "Are you absolutely sure?" and all that thing. So yeah, I'm uh, I'm going to change the alert dialog description here. Okay, so I created this one. You are about to book the room and all that things. I also mentioned the check-in date, check-out date, and the total price of the room. So for now, the total price it's look like this. And for now, the total price is going to be room dot price. If you see here, that is room dot price. So we have to change the room dot price. So for that, we can use a user state here. So const the total price first of all, and after that we need a const total hours. So it's going to be like this. Yeah, and after that, so this is a console.log, and yeah, so here it's going to be const price is equal to room dot price and into the difference hours we have. So difference in hours, and after that set the total price. Okay, and it's going to be price. So it's going to be in the number, so make it like this number and then price dot to fix 2. Okay, it's now gonna work. So yeah, we have to change one more thing. Yeah, remove the total hours. We don't use the total hours used it, and set the total price here. And let's check it out. So book no room and it's going to be anything. Okay, 12 and yeah, like this. So book room and you can see we have the total price. Okay, and with the check-in date and the checkout date. If we click on cancel, it's closes. If we click on continue, right now it's not going to do anything. So alert dialog action. So we have to make a on click event here on the continue. We are fetching that manually. So for now, just remove this console.log, and after that we have date difference, and we are setting it under a use effect right now. So make it use effect, and we have to call the date difference function here on the on click event in this book room. Okay, so make it on click, we have to call this function. So it's going to be like this. Just copy this one, and here just call the function like this. Okay, so make it like this, the empty string, and same with here, the empty string. If the checkout dot date is not present. Okay, the date difference on the on click, and let's check it out, it's working or not. So it's going to be like this, and book room, and you can see we have the price. Okay, that's it. And after that, so we have to make a on click event, so the room is gonna book. So here we already created a route for the book room, and okay, in the history model, not the model, in the booking controller, you can see we have new booking controller here. So we send the check-in date and the checkout date, and I'm going to send the check-in date and the checkout date as a string and with the total amount. So here we have to change the history model and check-in date. Okay, that's the type of date. So okay, let's send it as it is, how it's showing in the front end. Okay, so let's try. If that not work, then we are going to send it as a string. So go to the room.tsx. This is our room.tsx, and here, so create a const handle room book or the book room like that, a sync function, and after that we have const response is equal to await the fetch data like this, and the endpoint is going to be book. Let me see it again. The booking route is slash book. Okay, so now method is going to be post, and here we are sending uh, all three and with the amount also. So the total price. Okay, the total price we have to change it to the total amount. In the here booking controller, you can see we are sending four things. Booked room. So booked room is going to be the room ID. So for the booked room, this is room.tsx. So we have room ID, and this is the room ID. So for the room ID, we are sending the booked room, and booked room is going to be room ID. And with we are sending the check-in date and the checkout date like that. Okay, I is capital and O is capital here. So make the I capital, make the O capital. Okay, now it's going to send the check-in date and the checkout date. And instead of total price, we have total amount. So let's send it like this, total amount, and it's going to be like this. Okay, so after that, we have if the response dot status is 200, then room booked successfully alert, and alert is going to be the response dot data dot msg. Okay, so now see here on the alert dialog action on click, so we have handle room book. Okay, now see it's working or not. So book room, we have check-in date, and date is going to be like this one, and yeah, yeah. So now book room, and we have 586 rupees and the 67 passive. So click on continue and booking successful. Yes, it's working and okay. So after that, when we click on OK on the alert box, it's take me to the history. So we have to create the history as well. And before creating the history, let's check the MongoDB compass. So this is the compass, and this is the cowork. In the histories, you can see booked by, who booked that, and which room is booked. Also the check-in date and the checkout date. Okay, that's it. And the total amount is paid is going to be false by default. And booked date. I booked it today. So the current date of the booking date. Okay. So now we have to create a history page. So for the history page, we are going to create it in the next video. And that's it for the today's video. We created a book room and also created a get the booking details, and that is going to be in history. And we integrated the book room API, and that's it. So like my video, subscribe my channel, and also check out the GitHub repo of this project, link in the description, and also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, or links in the description also flashing on the screen. Thank you.